5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. It's the Romello Marcellus Show. The fly uncle you always wish you had.
Bring 'em out.
Here to give you every aspect of game from a real player's perspective. It's the biggest boss from business, entertainment, love, and life.
Had to find my inner power.
To fashion, etiquette, and current events.
Major show alert.
All to enhance the happiness already inside you.
Today is about the power of you.
Check it out.
You're now rocking with the best.
It is a sad thing where everything that we receive and hear from a particular messenger because we feel familiar with them because they're skin folk and quote unquote kinfolk, we choose to tear them down or her down. Not gonna like everything everyone has to say. The only time it really matters is when it hurts. Only a hit dog hollers. And if it offends you, then maybe you need to take a camera check. Check your shit. Don't be concerned about what everybody else is talking about, what they feeling about, what's being said, because evidently they're affected too. I don't know many people, man, that are cut like those of old that have come from the school of hard knocks, where you had individuals that didn't look like you telling you this shit, but there was no true buck about it. You kept your head down and you dealt with it accordingly. But because, prime example, I'll read you a quatrain. It has been confirmed that Kevin Samuels is deceased indeed. He died from cardiac arrest at his apartment yesterday morning, so on and so on, et cetera, et cetera. But here's the thing. Now you want to read out like the quote unquote selective media does to further degrade black men and black people as a whole. Kevin Samuels died divorced twice, single, figuratively alone, pointing out the irony in Kevin Samuels' death is to remind us to be mindful of the energies we put out. That has The way he lived his life has nothing to do with the energy he put out. If that was his state in his life, maybe the message is that, motherfucker, I'm not perfect. Don't do what I did. These are the mistakes that I made trying to find my way to my point of happiness in life. You need to do the same. Don't look at what I'm telling you. Listen to it, disseminate, break it down. If it fits you, wear that shit. If it doesn't, cost you a dime. Pay him no mind. But to slam and slander an individual who's not here to defend himself when you had all the opportunity to do so, i.e., tune out, cancel him, whatever you decided you wanted to do, you didn't do it. You continued to call in, you continued to talk about it, you continued to post and market and jump in the boxes in the rooms and all of that kind of stuff to gather information to whether apply it to your life or talk about somebody else or talk about this man's life. All right? And the further Contrain went on basically to say, but it's also to remind us to take anyone and anything that ranks our value as human beings with a grain of salt. You know what? That individual needs some checking too. When someone is on the outside and they're able to share something, whether it may appear worthwhile listening to at that point in time, there's always some value in what someone's saying to you. Now, when we talk about us as a people, we have so many things against us as black folks. I'm talking about foundational black people in this country. We have so many things against us. We have our own tethers and cousins that come into this country and have been here for decades against us, now propping up to do things. I mean, and trust me, I'm gonna expose their goofy asses. Trust me, I've been in a lot of y'all's Twitter spaces and listening to your conversations. You better believe I'm gonna expose you because you are a lot of the same people that sit back and gaslight us to go in on each other and sit back and laugh. But to further talk about why did we kill the messenger? Okay, let's go back. Let's talk about Malcolm. Let's talk about Martin. Let's talk about any one of the ones we profess to be our quote unquote leaders. You know, yeah, they professed their movements and they moved accordingly. But at the end of the day, their demise were all handed to them by us in some way, shape, or form. Some sort of Judas. You know, the Judas is always closest to you. Thing about it is Jesus was able to see his. A lot of times we don't. You know, we talk about snakes. Look at those who are constantly moving in defense, not the ones that are moving in offense. The ones that are moving in offense are usually going to jump on and choose a side. And they're going to roll with the movement if they believe in the movement. If not, they've chosen a side and they stay out of the way. I don't condone people who are not willing to take tough love, but they want to be loved. You know, the aspect of love is not always going to be where you are comfortable. Comfort is not always that outlet that's given to you. You know, you got to love even when somebody's hard on you and telling you about your shit. We're supposed to be better, but people won't give us that. Yeah, got to understand, man. It's rough out here enough without us actually killing our messengers. There's good in everything, regardless of what. It's a sad thing that people feel some kind of way because of someone's delivery, you know? And if it offends you, like I said before, only a hit dog hollers. At that point, you need to take a camera check. See what's really aligning yourself in a way that something that someone says that's totally minute to you, not even affiliated to you, can offend you. That in itself, man, says a lot about individuals and what they need to be doing, as opposed to bashing a man, a black man. Regardless of how you want to chop it up and look at it, maybe he was an opportunist. Maybe he was just someone who had been through some things and had some wisdom and was willing to share. You know? Who knows? People want to talk about how he was drinking Red Bull on the show, how he may have, you know, been in the midst of fighting another health um, situation because he battled some sort of cancer in his life. We don't know all of the truth and the facts behind it. There's no need to speculate now. These are questions you should have asked him while he was alive. This is like his roses. I'm gonna tell you honestly, man, regardless of what, I appreciate the brother because it got us to have the commentary and it's going on. So trust and believe me, even though you didn't like his message, he wasn't here in vain because we're talking, people. We're talking. The dialogue's there. Whether it's going to the left or the right, it's there. At some point in time, we'll come to a head. We'll get it right. We'll get it right. But someone had to come along to really air it out because most folks will walk around and lay in shit and will not get up and turn a shovel, but talk about the shit that they're laying in and the shit that they're dealing with. You know, we talk about how our relationships are failing because we are not willing to do the work. We're not willing to be the ones that uh, we set ourselves in motion to be our representatives. We present it to someone. It's a lot of different aspects. Like we don't take care of our baggage before we get involved. We're not willing to line up our finances as men before we start dating, and we're out here fucking these women's lives up. Yeah, yeah. But at the same time, there is roles that both parties need to play in their relations. And that is a talk that each individual needs to have. No one's saying that the roles are set in stone, but per the relationships, it is a per relationship situation and basis based on the individuals involved. They should have these conversations. But you ain't eating air, and air's not going to pay for your roof or your lifestyle. Those are certain conversations that, goddamn it, are not going to change or whether I don't care who you are. So when we talk about this brother, man, he shined a light on a lot of cockroaches and they fucking ran and they feel some kind of way. I'm gonna say this to you tonight. Get your shit together. Stop trying to kill the messengers and stop bashing this dude, man. He's got family, he's got children. You know, you're gonna do what these people want to do anyway. You're gonna help drag them through the mud. And the commentary that I'm reading, this came from sisters or quote unquote sisters. I don't know who they were, tethers, I don't know what, but this is just part. I don't even want to get into the rest of them because they're atrocious. They're absurd because they're coming from a place of their hurt because someone was talking to a screen. I'm talking to a lens. And if I'm talking to a lens and I'm in my studio or in my home or wherever the hell I am, damn, if I got that much power over you, then shit, man, you're in a fucked up space anyway. Truly. I don't know you. I'm just putting a little paint where it ain't. I'm here to invoke thought. Here to do some energy exchange. Because hell, you don't know what's going on with me. I'm sitting here. This is therapeutic for me too, just to talk to you guys, to get some feedback about what I may be doing better as a man or as a father, or as a son, as a grandfather, as a man who is seeking to do better and be better to everybody that I encounter in the world, to be a better representation of the people that I come from. Yeah, man, we got to do better, people. We got to do better. We have to do better. This is bullshit, honestly, man. And I'm not with, a lot of people's methods, but you know, you talk about how he bashed women, but at the same time, he got after the brothers too. There was some things. Prime example, beta men with beta traits, or, they're not sustainable for wives. This was basically the things that he was edifying and going in on us about being fiduciarily solid and stable, being able to have leadership qualities. Because if he can't lead, then how can he lead a family anyway? You only honed in on the tail end of things when the conversation switched. And just before he put it out there, this is what was going to be, because trust me, he was talking to the brothers, he was getting crickets. So he had to flip the script. But I don't know how many of you have watched the last few shows before he checked out of here. He wanted black love, black couples and families to be together, but under the correct circumstances without taking each other through a whole bunch of hell. And this individual that could reference 2 divorces, hell, you don't get to win unless you lose, God damn it. You're gonna lose sometimes to make the mistakes that you need to make to win. Hell, ain't nobody perfect. Nobody, man. Gotta stop. It's gotta stop somewhere, man. I wish you motherfuckers would come after me. I want all the smoke, all of it. Dead or alive, I'll come up out the grave and get you. Yeah. Man, I just thought I'd come on here, man, and shed a little light and put a little paint where it ain't, cause you got some miserable motherfuckers in the world, and I'm not one of these backpedaling guys who gonna say, "Oh, well, I didn't like, hey, man, look, I loved how he delivered his shit, cause see, love is hard, life is hard. There's no quarter when it comes to certain things. Shit, you pay your motherfucking rent or mortgage, or you're gonna be on the street. You either go to work so you can eat, or you're gonna starve. Your kids gonna starve too. Either you take care of your health, or you're gonna die at some point in time, a little quicker than you thought you would. And if you have someone who's willing to tell you these things from afar in your ear, that goddamn it, you're a little too selfish. Maybe you need to be checking on that. Become a cheerful giver, so that the things you're asking for with that closed hand will allow you to humility and humanity to open your hand so you can receive the things that you're asking for, like love, passion, understanding, encouragement. If you can't give those things, how do you expect to receive them? And a lot of times in life, receiving those things and the thought of losing those things is harder for some people. And those are those folks who are willing to lay in shit because they fear the unknown of the possibility that you could very well receive everything that you ask for. Then what? This is why you have a lot of struggle folks in life. Because now, once I'm a millionaire, now what? You got millionaire problems. And you're gonna need more millions to take care of that millionaire lifestyle unless you continue to live in a hovel. And if you're living in a hovel and folks know you're a millionaire, then you got nigga problems. Excuse me, I say hood problems. So it never stops. Can't stop, won't stop. Eh, 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 eh. But the same is applicable to your inner soul, your inner self, your inner man or woman. You have to exercise that thing, man. Exercise your heart. Exercise your mind. Exercise your giving. Exercise your solitude. Build on your faith, man. Yeah. It's sad how we watch people that look like us, that are supposed to be us, even though we're displeased in certain things with our brothers and sisters. We shouldn't do that in death. We shouldn't do that. It's not cool. All right? Yeah. I mean, there are some positive ones out here, man. Here was one. Young lady said, what I liked about him has nothing to do with how he put others down, but rather how he made me realize all my faults when dealing with a man, period. It's all your capability to recognize your own fault. Stop putting emphasis on the negative and take some lessons to learn from what recognize that not all who follow him share his opinion. Excuse me. That's what I said. Disseminate what's for you and not for you. If it's not for you, it doesn't cost you a dime to pay it no mind. But to sit there and trying to be in defense, or you get caught up in your peers talking about, oh, well, yeah, he's mean or she's mean. Yeah, she shouldn't have said that about them. Bullshit. I'm going to tell you something. If I feel a kind of way and you come on this platform, I'm going to line your ass up like a fade too. And I'm not perfect, but I'm going to tell you about you. Just like I'd hope you come on here if I'm fucking up to tell me about me. Yeah. Yeah. And people want to talk about, oh, yeah, well, he was in there with a big woman and all this other shit. It's none of your fucking business who he was there with. He could have been there with the Queen of England. None of your fucking business. Then everybody questioning, people's personal space. We talk about it. This is open. This is public. We could talk about anything. We're family, y'all. But damn, don't speculate the man. Don't bash him up. We already deal with that enough from the other side. Talk about the things that are going on, like this execution of this young boy, man. Shot this boy every time he put his hands up. Man, asked him to comply. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. He's sticking his hands up. Every time he put his hands up, pop, 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 pop. Hitting him at least 4 times, man. Talk about that shit. Not about how a motherfucker chastise you because you ain't shit in a relationship, because you selfish as fuck, because you lazy, you fat, and you nasty, and you know you are. Because trust me, a lot of y'all can go back and look at yourselves 15 years prior to 20 years, not even 10 years, and say, damn, I used to look good. The fuck happened? It's your choice. You chose to do that shit to yourself. 9 times out of 10, I mean, it could be something medical, your thyroid, anything could be off where you pick up a little extra weight, but doesn't mean you got to let yourself totally go and then you want to try and keep somebody attracted to you. That's not what they signed up for. Those are facts. Just like fellas, hell, you present that you gonna give this woman the world. You gonna do this. We're going on travel. We're gonna get a big house, and you selling all this wolf tickets and shit. You know. Um. Hey, yeah, I got a hug from Brazil. Yeah, I'm gonna send you a hug. Yeah, yeah. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Um. Listen, be fair, people. Be fair with those who give you the responsibility of taking care, their minds, their hearts, their spirit places. Be fair. Be fair or as fair as you would have them be with you. Be fair. Like I said, man, I just wanted to come on and put a little paint where it ain't. My heart's heavy about the way that we're dealing with the passing of a fallen comrade of us all. We don't like everybody's ways that they deal with us, but we still got love for them. Trust me, we all tuned in. Whatever was, if it was for shits and gigs, everybody's got something to say about this guy or this brother has given him at least 10 to 15 minutes to listen to his commentary. I'm trying to tell you, tens of millions of viewers and followers, and you know, trust me, there's a lot of people in the lane that's doing this right here because they've seen this guy. So don't kill the messenger, man. Recognize anybody that's coming to you, a hobo, anyone could tell you something that's going to be fruitful to your journey. Yeah. It's not about the destination, man. It's all about the journey. The journey. Man. I hope all y'all get, man. Y'all get some understanding tonight. Get y'all some understanding. We all need it. Because boy, we're way off base. Everybody's so liberal. I'm going to paraquote something that Malcolm said. He said, beware of all of the liberal folks because usually they're wolf in sheep clothing with their greed and the gnashing of their teeth, looking to kill and subdue the sheep. We live in an age where the only things that are censored is the freeness of the mind and speech, and the speech is being curved in a manner in which to govern and to guide sheep to their detriment. Anybody that's speaking anything real, whole, and truthful, and positive and honest is being shut down. Only a few are getting through. Be mindful, man, of what you take from those that are actually being put on the front in the mere fashion of entertainment. Yeah. I look at a lot of the events that were supposed to be so esteemed, where there was certain class of folks now, it's like is ratchet to be damned. And that's done for a reason, for a purpose. As a black man, I will say this: niggas don't belong everywhere. Niggas don't belong everywhere. They need to get the fuck out the way so real black folks can rule. And I stole that from the dead poets, the last poets, Gil Scott and the rest. Look, I can go on and on with this, man, but I choose not to, man. I just wanted to duck in and put this man and get it off my heart and off my mind so I can sleep good. But yeah, man, it's fucked up how y'all doing, Kevin Samuels. God rest him, man. God bless his family. May his family continue to see him in a positive light, because for you guys to go in on him is a direct reflection of how, quote unquote, his parents may have raised him. And we don't ever want to bring people who had no vault into things that they really had no control over. So, as I always say, man, the understanding that you get, you should got. We got to get out of that, man. Slaying the messenger. The messages is real, man. If it hurts you, once again, you need to take a camera check. Take a camera check. Yeah. I don't see how I don't see how so many people could take so much offense to the truth. There he is. There he is. And how we view him here is no different in how we would view this baby and his daddy. These are images that, as young black men, we should see. Regardless of what we may think about an individual's character, perpetuation of action speaks volumes, especially in life. And you can't speak and can't be used. God can't use you if you haven't been cut. You ain't got no wounds. Can't use you. You're perfect. Need imperfect people. Your experience is the best teacher. If you don't have any experience, you can't teach. That's just like being a teacher in school. You got to have some experience, right? You got to go to school. You got to get that degree. And you got to substitute a few places. I don't know what the process is, but shit, you ain't gonna just walk in off the street talking about I'm gonna teach you. You know? Yeah. But you know, as I said before, I came here to put a little paint where it ain't. I'm on the IG side, man. I haven't been on here in a minute, man. And yeah, I see some beautiful people on here. Just want to say hey. I'll be on here more. And also, you can catch me on the YouTube side as well. Um, yeah, I'm here, man. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. I'm building. I'm gonna dig in even more now because, you know, people don't like real, they like fake. They want you to tell them shit that's gonna make them feel good about they shit. I ain't doing it. I'm gonna call your punk ass out. Yeah, you fucking up. I'm gonna tell you. You can accept it as some shit you need to grow on, like some peat moss, and you can pour water on it and grow some beautiful flowers on your back and make life happy. Or, you know, tear some shit up. Hey, cuz, I'm just on here, man. I'm talking about it tonight, man. Is why do we kill the messenger? Even if it was Kevin Samuels. And everything he had to say, like I said, it was not negative. It was truth. And truth is always good for the soul. What to say? The truth is always good on a belly full of lies. And motherfuckers been lying to themselves for years. And that brother came out and told the truth about a lot of motherfuckers. Even though he wasn't perfect, they didn't like the way they received it or he gave it. And or to those that came on the show and got their asses handed to them. Trust me, they came back for more. What more can you say? But now you got all these clowns that want to come out and grandstand and get on boxes and talk shit about the man that he's gone. I mean, he's talking some of the shit when he was here, but there's even more now. All of those memes and shit. Come on, man, really? That's what we do. Damn, we always helping the folks out to do shit to us. We do their job better than we do their job to us better than they do it to us. We're always their best ally. They gonna win. You all will win with us. You will always win with us. That's some bullshit, man. Yeah, some of you guys should be ashamed. Be fucking ashamed of yourselves because you hurt. Come on now, got to do better. Get better. Yep. Like I said, man, I just came here, put a little paint where it ain't, man, and I know it's Saturday night and y'all got shit to do. Y'all probably hanging out. I don't know whether y'all moving about the street. It's raining here in DC and the area and a little messy, but you know, people don't let that shit stop them. They still go handle their business, whatever you're doing. Y'all be safe doing it. Yeah, you won't see me. Um, yeah, and all you're getting, man, get you some understanding. Get on those knees tonight. Thank the Lord above, because trust me, there is a God. Don't let these people tell you it ain't, and wind up somewhere that you ain't got no business being. And yeah, love yourself. Let people see you loving yourself, man. Yeah, and stop slaying the messenger. Just because it ain't something you want to hear, trust and believe me, there may be a little trinket of a diamond in that motherfucker, some jewelry for you to just, walk around and fiddle with. Don't condemn people because they're bringing you a message. You don't know who sent you the message. Shit, it could be your great grandmother, been dead 30 years, and sending that message to you from the other side. Yeah, but even when you talk about agreement, that just wasn't for you. It didn't apply to you. A lot of times people don't agree. You don't agree about things because it doesn't really apply to you. But if it fucked with you in here and it made you curve your lip, then you got to do a self check. You got to be honest. Most motherfuckers won't be honest, willing to lie to themselves. You'll lie to everybody else. I'm just saying, that's just a blanket statement, not directed to you. Yeah, but like I said, man, the brother put in work, because he'd been doing this many years before he flipped his story. People don't know how many years he was actually doing this. And like I said before, there are some times when people that say they didn't agree with him on a lot of things agreed with him on a lot of other things. And it's just like a normal relationship. You're not going to agree with your man or your woman all the goddamn time. You're going to have disagreements, but it's how you conduct yourself in the midst of those. And even though that man had all kinds of hate and disdain and whatever, you didn't see him change up much. He lived his life to the best that we know, but we don't know whether or not he was stressing about that shit, you know? Exactly. Folks take things too personal these days. Exactly. I I'm saying it's just like, if it's personal, you got to be honest enough with yourself to say, well, damn. It's just like sitting in church. I say it all the time. The pastor's he's preaching a word. He don't know you, but he's preaching a word. You hung out Saturday night and broke your neck, did everything you need to do, come to church on Sunday and get ready to bust hell wide open. But he preaches a prophetic word that, like, damn, how he know that? How you know, he doesn't. He's speaking of a place or from a place of experience 9 times out of 10. He's a messenger. Squeegee man at the gas station could be a messenger. Hey, hey, yeah, you ain't from around here. Don't go down that road down there. Yeah, it's just something as simple as that. Yeah, it's not that deep, man. You think his family's about to start a GoFundMe to bury him. I hope his followers show up for him. I wasn't a fan, but I'm saying I hope they bury him. I hope they help bury him. Wow. See, that's that goofy shit right there. Listen, miss, that ain't none of your fucking business how they burying him. And it ain't your place to think for his family. If that's what they so should do, then that's their business. Here we go. We talking about this ignorant shit. Yeah. Don't do that, man. You're gonna put me in a whole nother mindset. Don't do that. It's none of your business. It's not a concern. Just wish them well. Worry about how you gonna bury your ass. Do you got a fucking fund or insurance to bury you? That's all that matters. Because a lot of you motherfuckers out here moving around willing to buy a bag and won't even buy a burial policy. Yeah. Looking to get your hand nails done, your face beat, go sit up in the motherfucking club, take a trip out of town. Yeah, but you don't even have a policy to bury your goofy ass. If your plane went down somewhere and they was able to bring the remains of your body back and lay it on your mama's doorstep, they'd still put a fucking GoFundMe page up for you too. Yeah. Dumb shit. Ain't doing it. And I'm not in defense of nobody. I'm talking about us as a whole. We need to do better in how we conduct ourselves. That's not classy, man. You can go to school forever, but you can't buy class. Yeah. Someone said we need to shake up the community sometimes to give a difference of opinions. Yeah, we do. But at the same time, because someone's saying something that you don't agree with, doesn't put you in a perspective or mindset to say, fuck him and everything doing him. I hate this motherfucker, blah, blah, blah. You don't know the man personally. You don't know him personally. What he's saying is affecting you. So goddamn it, you need to take a camera check. Get your shit together. There's something off with you. Because ain't nothing nobody can sit on motherfucking news or no TV, nowhere can say something talking about nothing that if it's affecting me and I bought into it, then yeah, that's my shit. That ain't him. That ain't her. That's not them. That's me. They talking to me. It's some shit that I needed to hear that I've been talking to myself about for years. And I just know, man, I've been sitting on this shit and I need to check myself. Yeah. That man bash bullshit, that woman bash bullshit, that's some shit. That's a narrative that people have put in place that don't look like you. And trust me, I'm getting ready to air their asses out. Trust me, believe me, I'm getting ready to air their asses out. Y'all have no idea where this shit really begins. Man, y'all have no idea. Boy, come on, FBA. Come on, my people. We got to do better. We built this motherfucker. There's always a consistent thing that takes something from us. Even the way we look at and view ourselves with each other. Come on, man. We got to stop the fuckery. Got to stop it, man. Come on. Got to stop. We don't even come from that. And a lot of the things the brother spoke about, shit, it didn't fall far from our parents, our grandparents, our great grandparents, and where they lived their lives. They were dignified people. What's wrong with being dignified? What's wrong with a man having a fucking job, being able to provide for his family, and being a man about himself, and being able to conduct himself as a man with a woman, and vice versa? What's wrong with talking about that and that mannerism? But see, we got this whole liberal attitude that I can do what I want, how I want, and if you don't like it, you can get the fuck. But at the same time, you're asking for someone to respect you and carry you and dignify that bullshit. Doesn't work in the real world. You too busy watching these influencers with their ass up and they're in Thailand, they're in this place or that place, but you don't know how many fucking pairs of knee pads this broad done wore out, or how much ice she got to ice her coochie down, or her or how much doxycycline she got to take, or whatever the fuck she's doing or going through to make that shit happen. Because trust me, believe me, like I know, there's somebody you ain't seeing at them dinner plates and them champagne glasses and them bags that's being paid for. Because if you really do the homework on that person, they don't have the wherewithal to obtain that shit and maintain that shit. Trust and believe me. A lot of motherfuckers slips are showing. But they got you caught up on that you supposed to receive that. That's bullshit. That's some shit you earn. You build. You build. You don't just walk into somebody else's hard earned. Fuck no. And expect to just partake of it all. Yeah, because I'm here. And I'm gonna give you this used up me. And that goes both ways. You gotta build your own shit. Fuck what you had. We have to build it. I don't give a shit if I'm making 200,000, you making 200,000, whatever the case may be. Fuck the fiduciary aspect of it. And you got your house, I got my house, you got cars, we got all the shit. We travel, we do. Doesn't mean anything when you approach one another. You got to be as naked as the day you were born to do this, to build, to deal with all of the issues that both parties have had and dealt with and been through. The whole aspects of life, the fears, the constant fears of feeling like you're gonna use me, or you're gonna lose me, or abuse me. Where are you gonna be if I lose all of this? Are you willing to sit on the curb with me and eat a bologna sandwich and share this swig of water while we figure out how the fuck we gonna get back into something? Oh, or are you only as good as good was when it was good? You know, I talk about the corporation of you on my show, and it's still applicable. The corporation of you matters. It's very important because you are your CEO, your treasurer, your secretary. You take care of all of your hiring, your firing, your scaling up. You take care of all of that. And when you deal with people, you have to be a good judgment of character based on the interview. If anyone has worked in management, you know that when you are dealing with the hiring process of new employees, you receive the resume and you may do 2 interviews and you have to make a decision. Yes or no. And the only way you truly know whether this individual is cut out for the job is to put them in the position to do the job. And either they're going to flourish and grow, or they're going to fail and flop. And you're going to have to fire them. The question is, how long is it going to take to them to show you that they're about their job and they're capable, or you're going to have to fire them. That's what it comes down to. How long? But this brother, he was kind of giving us a blueprint. Those that, trust me, the truth fell on, they didn't like the blueprint because these motherfuckers were lazy. They didn't want to do the work. You can't have it all and not do the work. You know, we look at the best in any industry, right? Prime example. God rest him. Look at Kobe. I couldn't understand how in the final game against uh, the Celtics, this man was playing with a broken finger. He had a spur in his ankle, could barely walk, and I think he had something wrong with his hip too. But because of his determination and his drive and his work ethic, he played and they won. But think about how many times they lost before he even got to that point. The point I'm making, man, is this. You can find individuals out here that are that dedicated to your situation. But the question is, are you that dedicated to your situation? Because the flip side of that is, because of the expectation of it, we question whether you got a simp or a real person or real man or alpha man or whatever in your presence, whether he's still falling for your bullshit, meaning he's not checking you like you checking him along the way. Because an employee, a lot of times, can be the best teacher for an individual in management of labor. Yeah. They'll bring you to move, they'll gold brick, but then you see potential. And if you coach that potential, they'll go out and do the task. and be on it when it's time for you to be reviewed by your higher ups, if you have a higher up, and we all do, regardless of what you're doing. If you're in a service business and you're providing a service to different people, a lot of times you got OSHA, you got different inspectors, you got all these kind of things that may run down on you, even to your money. You got to pay taxes. You got to bring the money in. Shit. Motherfucker, you got a VIG you making every month? Need that $7 grand, $5 grand, $8 grand, whatever it is. You got to be on time because the mortgage man, he need his money. And if you worth your weight in gold and you plan on your team or on this team, then every month before time, that money is going to be where it's supposed to be. And if you're not pulling your weight, then can't be on the team. But I'm saying this to say that a lot of the things that the messenger was bringing was just as light as that. But the delivery for shock value of this kind of thing, this platform, it's built on numbers, on viewers, on followers. And beyond this, man, a lot of times you cannot really, truly believe that individuals are just that callous and cold. Can't. And they have a life too. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all, man, a lot of y'all goofy as shit. I'm just saying, man. And I'm saying it because I'm on this side of the camera and I understand what goes into this shit. Yeah. Shock value a lot of times is what it means. You gotta understand, how long did it take for him to really become that name? It took one episode. The one partial episode when he got into the averages. But this man had been doing this shit for years. And all that content sat there until that one segment, and then boom, through the roof. But like a drug dealer, 2 to 6 years time, and you out the game, baby. Damn shame, Holmes. Damn shame. Anyway, man, this ain't the platform for no goofiness. I don't give a fuck who you are. I'm going to tell you about yourself. I'm going to let you know. I'm going to let you go. I ain't cloud chasing, but I'm just going to run mine the way I run it. I call it how I see it. And, we can dissect it like a frog and work it out however it need to be worked. Your views are your views, but when you apply them here, if it's not proper and it's disrespectful in manner, I will let your ass have it. Yeah. Come as you are, but be respectful. Be respectful of others, especially in the times that it need to be. I'm not going to deal off into people that can't defend themselves. If the person can defend themselves, hey, we can rock. We can put it in a position where we can line you motherfuckers up and put you on a call or whatever and do what you need to do. But we ain't gonna do that Bama shit. Yeah. Once again, and all you're getting, get you some understanding. May God bless you and your family. And get y'all some rest, man. Get off my line. Love y'all. Good night.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. It's the Romello Marcellus Show. The fly uncle you always wish you had.
Bring 'em out.
Here to give you every aspect of game from a real player's perspective. It's the biggest boss from business, entertainment, love, and life.
I had to find my inner power.
To fashion, etiquette, and current events.
Major show alert.
All to enhance the happiness already inside you.
Today is about the power of you.
Check it out.
You're now rocking with the best.